Celtic play the side which drew 1-1 at Capello last week, which means that Danny McGrain isn't considered fit enough to return to the side. It also means a first Old Firm game for 18-year-old Davy Moyes, who will continue a football education which already includes playing against Juventus in Turin before 60,000 people in the European Cup. And the good news for Rangers is that Davy Cooper has shrugged off injury and takes his usual place in the wing. And they too have an Old Firm debutant in 19-year-old Gordon Dalziel, who's starting, in fact, his first ever Premier League match for Rangers. A very promising striker. He's a product of Bonkle Youth Club, and he played in very enterprising fashion against Everton in Colin Jackson's testimonial last week. So it's Celtic protecting a 4-point lead at the top of the Premier League, kicking off with their 21-goal striking pair of McGarvey and McCluskey. And Roy Aitken, the Celtic captain, showing a good burst of early speed to play the ball back to Pat Bonner. So Rangers beginning two very important matches today against Celtic, and next week, of course, the League Cup final against Dundee United at Hampden. There's Alec Miller. A header forward by McAdam, and the clearance from Gregor Stevens, finding touch. Dom Sullivan. McGarvey brought down by Colin Jackson, and referee Kenny Hope calling Jackson to him. The protests of Jackson about the accidental nature of the clash. But that will be no consolation to Frank McGarvey. So a lot of very heavy rain falling in Glasgow this morning, making the surface a bit greasy. Although the rain has gone off for the moment. There's McGarvey. That's cleared by Jordan. And now Rangers on the break, but a handball by Derek Johnston. No, it's handball the other way. It's a free kick to Rangers. And Russell stepping inside McLeod. The first touch for Dalziel. Bet to Jordan. Dalziel leaving that for Cooper. Mark Reed following him inside. And Cooper running out of space. That's Davy Provan in a deep position. Now McGarvey. Rangers funneling back in strength. That's a fine pass to George McCluskey. Jordan covering. McLeod just losing control. Well, the match has started at tremendous pace, just as you might expect, and swinging already from end to end. It's a very important game indeed for both sides, particularly perhaps for Rangers, who are 6 points behind Celtic in the league, showing some inconsistency early on in the season. That's Roy Aitken's clearance. McLeod playing it forward. McGarvey wide on the right. Jackson's with him. Leaving that now to Sullivan. And McCoy is the first goalkeeper brought into action. Dom Sullivan with the shot. An enterprising build-up again from Celtic. Was teed up by McGarvey. And the shot towards McCoy's near post is beaten out for the first corner kick of the match. Aim for Moyes. And McCoy in trouble. The ball's in the net. And the ricochet is Tom McAdam taking the credit. The unhappy figure of Peter McCloy, and Celtic get a dream start. The corner kick on the right from Davy Provan. Moyes found space about 16 yards out. A firm header appeared to take a ricochet. McAdam went for it with McCloy, and it was he who apparently got the final touch. So Tom McAdam with his third goal of the season, putting Celtic in front. There's Jordan now for Rangers. Out wide is Cooper. And coming off Provan for the corner kick. Rangers first of the match. Well, what a start we've had. And as you would expect, it's the Celtic choir in full voice. Cooper's corner kick. Jackson's in the box. Now Sullivan. Miller returning it, and Cooper had remained onside, applying enough pressure on Moyes to win the throw. John McDonald back to Cooper. McDonald again. Giel and Johnston in the box. That's for Johnston. The header down. Gordon Giel makes it one each. Well, a start full of drama. 5 minutes on the clock, and Rangers reply in the best possible fashion. And what a start for Gordon Giel. All came from that situation wide on the left. A flighted ball in from McDonald, beating the Celtic defence. A very intelligent header by Derek Johnston, and Giel showing a lot of courage to knock the ball over the line. So already, if there had been a doubt before, a match which Gordon Giel will never forget. 5 minutes into his first Old Firm match, and he's levelled the match for Rangers. And the tackling very keen indeed. Bett's tackle on McGarvey, giving the throw to Celtic. Sullivan's long throw, played on by McGarvey. It's a difficult ball from Mike Conroy, which was taken by McCloy. Difficult shot indeed from Conroy, bouncing awkward as it reached McCloy. Spinning off the head of Reid. And the atmosphere naturally quite electric with 10 minutes gone. 1 goal apiece. Russell's cross, away by Moyes. Good headed on by Sullivan. Provan with room to run at the Rangers defence. Moyes on the overlap, he's made up a lot of ground. That's a good cross, there's Frank McGarvey! 2-1 to Celtic. Frank McGarvey scores his 10th goal of the season with 11 minutes on the clock, and Celtic regain the lead. Now this was a superb goal for Celtic. The build-up on the right, quite magnificent. Provan going on the run, Jackson closing him down, but Moyes, who had started it all deep in his own half, continuing the overlapping run. The cross was perfection, and so was the header from Frank McGarvey. That's cut out by McGarvey. Miller recovering. Cool play by Stevens. Aiken winning the throw off Russell. Stevens header wide, and it's retrieved by Jackson. Bett coming short. There's Derek Johnston. The foul by Conroy. Already taken by Bett. Jordan to Russell. Inside is McDonald. Turning onto his better foot. There's Diel. The header from Bett. Joy in the face of Gordon Diel. From goal scorer to goal maker. And it was Jim Bett who made it 2 apiece. With 20 minutes gone. A great piece of play this time from Rangers. The ball played forward into the box to Diel. He carried it wide of Bonner. Great coolness under pressure. Playing it across, and Bett was the man running in. So 2 goals apiece, 20 minutes gone. And when did we ever have an Old Firm match like this? And Celtic restart the match after a mighty inquest among the defenders. But whoever they care to apportion blame to, they cannot get away from the fact that was superb play by Gordon Dalziel. There he goes again. Dalziel playing it in, there's John McDonald. And that's Rangers' third. Complete disarray in that Celtic defence. This time it was John McDonald who cashed in. And the Celtic defenders now arguing furiously among themselves. But again, the key man in that goal was Gordon Dalziel. Fighting for the ball at the corner of the box after Johnston was stopped in his tracks. He played it infield. It looked as though the Celtic defence had everything under control. And up popped little John McDonald. Bonner was off his line. And Rangers take the lead for the first time in the match. Now Provan. That's McGarvey. Tackle from Jackson. Davy Moyes is number 2. McCluskey beaten by Stevens. Now McCluskey trying a near post shot, and it's just into the side netting, but that's just about the first time McCluskey has shaken himself free of Gregor Stevens in a dangerous position. Just finding the side netting. So it's a time to search the record books to find when so many goals were scored so early in an Old Firm match. Conroy trying to tee that up for Sullivan. It's Cooper getting back. Great play from Sullivan. Still Cooper challenging. It's Celtic's throw. Now Sullivan can take a long throw. Jackson's underneath it. Now Dalziel, returned by Moyes. Headed on by McLeod. And over the top from Tom McAdam. McAdam trying to measure that towards the far post to put McCloy under pressure. Reid just getting underneath it. Aiken going round the back. There's McLeod. Calmly played forward by McAdam, and Russell reacted quicker than McLeod. Bett getting away from Moyes. Sullivan, number 8, covering and doing well. So into the final minute of the first half. Now Bett inviting the challenge from Sullivan, but it was good enough to get the ball to Provan. Now Celtic, perhaps their last chance to level matters before half-time. McCluskey playing it forward towards McGarvey. That's Jackson with the tackle. Now McGarvey getting away from Jackson. Jardine across, covering. And Miller concedes the corner kick. So again, McCluskey it was with a great turn that applied some pressure on the Rangers defence. We're into injury time now in the first half. Played in by Provan. Firmly away by Stevens. Now Sullivan to Provan, but the half-time whistle is gone. And there's a man who'll never forget his first 45 minutes of Premier League football at Celtic Park. Gordon Dalziel, a key man for Rangers It's a half-time scoreline which will reverberate round the grounds in Scotland when the scoreline goes up. And it had the most dramatic start when, first of all, a corner kick on the right from Celtic, from Davy Provan, was headed on by Moyes. McAdam got the touch, and that was 1-0. But the lead was short-lived as MacDonald and Johnston combined to give DL his first Premier League goal and equalise matters for Rangers. It was 11 minutes gone when Frank McGarvey, with the perfect header, regained the lead for Celtic from Davy Moyes' cross. That too was short-lived. This time it was Bed who cashed in, and great play from Gordon DL to make it 2 apiece. And within 60 seconds, John MacDonald, again after superb play by DL, gave Rangers the lead. So the half-time scoreline, Celtic 2, Rangers 3, 45 minutes to savour, and another 45 to come in just a couple of minutes. So welcome back to Celtic Park. The whole stadium has been buzzing throughout the interval as the supporters have reminisced over 5 incredible goals in the first 22 minutes. And no doubt hoping there'll be a few more in the second half. In fact, the whole stadium now is strangely hushed. But I'm sure that'll change very quickly indeed. No changes in either lineup. And that, of course, really is no surprise after the action we saw in the first half. Rangers coming forward. That's Russell looking for Bet, and that's just picked out by Tom Sullivan. Now Provan holding off MacDonald. The support on the overlap from Sullivan. Jackson's coming across. And he read that situation quite superbly. There's McCluskey, followed by Jackson. Still McCluskey. And the finishing cross, not quite as accurate as he would have liked. After making a position, George McCluskey, I think, would have expected to test the Rangers' defence even more. Straight to McCloy. That's Roy Aitken rescuing Tom McAdam, who misjudged the long ball. Now Reid. The header down from McGarvey. He's looking for a foul for pushing, but this is DL breaking on the right for Rangers. It's a great cross towards Johnston, and splendid goalkeeping by Pat Bonner. Now Cooper. Well, he scored a few like that in the past, although that never threatened Bonner's goal. Scorer of 2 goals so far this season, and showing no signs at all of the injury which put his position in doubt for this afternoon's match. Now McCluskey. Stevens doing enough to win possession for Rangers. Now DL. Conspicuous success up front for Rangers. Bet taking up that intelligent position to take Cooper's pass. There's a cross towards MacDonald. And it was DL, in fact, who perhaps had the better chance. He was coming in behind MacDonald, and he may well...